And once again, very good morning to everyone. And today, I actually want to start with a confession. Like, I have, at various points in my life, been absolutely convinced that I was about to, let's say, learn French, start waking up at 4 a.m., write a book, and my personal favorite, finally begin exercising. And every single one of those plans began the same way, with immense enthusiasm, a fresh notebook, maybe a new pen, possibly a motivational YouTube video. And then life happened. Monday became Tuesday, Tuesday became, oh, I'll start from next week. And next week, very quietly, became next year. And I'm guessing I'm not alone here. Thank you. Thank you. We are a generation of brilliant dreamers. We dream vividly, plan beautifully, and wait. We wait for the right time, the right mood, the right set of circumstances to align like stars in a constellation. But here's what nobody told us: dreams don't need the perfect moment, they need the present one. So today we talk about something that sounds almost too simple to be powerful. But yes, it has changed lives quietly, consistently, without drama. That is turning your dreams into daily actions. But here's a problem with the dreams: they are comfortable. They live in the soft, warm space of someday, and someday never argues back. Someday never demands anything from you. Someday is endlessly patient and completely useless. A dream without a structure is just a beautiful thought with nowhere to go. And we know ideas, thoughts without actions are useless. So think of it like this: you want to build a house, you can picture it: big windows, a garden, maybe a reading nook, gorgeous. But if you never call an architect, you never get a blueprint, you never buy a single brick, you're not building a house, you're just decorating your imagination. So dreams need structure, not to crush them, but to carry them. Structure is what turns I want to into I am. Let me just introduce you to Preeti. She's a software engineer in Hyderabad, sharp, capable, running at full speed from 9 a.m. She has a dream she's carried for 7 years: to start her own baking business. Now, she has a name for it. She has a logo in her head. She's even told a few close friends about it. The friends who are supportive, and the one friend who always says, "Oh, nice idea," with the exact tone that means, "Good luck with that." But every time Preeti sits down to start, she spirals. She needs a website, she needs a commercial kitchen, she needs to figure out GST, she needs packaging, she needs. And the dream stays exactly where it is: beautiful, untouched, suffocating quietly under the weight of its own enormity. And one day, a mentor asks her just one question: what is the smallest possible thing you can do towards this dream today? And Preeti bakes one batch of brownies. She clicks a photo, she sends it to 5 friends and says, "honest feedback." And that's it. That's all she did. But here's the magic: that one action gave her more clarity than 7 years of thinking. She found out what people loved, what needed work, And more importantly, she found out she could actually do this. You don't think your way into clarity, you act your way into it. So now let me tell you about Annapurna. She's a homemaker in Nagpur, full time, which means roughly 14 hours a day of invisible labor that doesn't come with a salary, a performance review, or a LinkedIn profile. Her dream? To finish her graduation. She left college after her first year when she got married. You know, that's a story of many Indian women 18 years ago. And somewhere between raising children, managing a home, and everyone else's needs, her dream got buried. Not abandoned, buried. She kept it safe, down deep, where it couldn't be disappointed. And last year, her daughter, 14 years old, asked her, Amma, why didn't you finish your degree? And something shifted in her. Not because of guilt, but because she realized she had been teaching her daughter without meaning to that women's dreams are always secondary. So she enrolled in an open university course. She studies for 30 minutes every night after the kitchen is clean and the house is quiet. Just 30 minutes. Some night it's 20. Some night she falls asleep over the textbook, but she's moving. One small, steady, irreversible step at a time. She will graduate in 2 years, and her daughter will be there watching, learning the most important lesson of her life, that it is never too late to water your own dream. And now, the men, because I know that you'll be thinking, okay, yeah, I'm different. When I decide to do something, I go all in. And that is exactly the problem. Let me meet Suresh. He's a 38-year-old banker in Mumbai. Every January 1st, he becomes a completely different person. He buys a gym membership, a protein powder the size of a small child, and wakes up at 5 a.m. for 11 consecutive days. Yes, 11. But by January 12th, he's back to sleeping till 7:30 and telling people he has a slow metabolism. The issue isn't Suresh's commitment. It's his strategy. He keeps betting on intensity, the big burst, the dramatic beginning, the grand gesture. But the body, the career, the relationship, the dream, none of them respond to grand gestures. They respond to boring, unglamorous Tuesday morning consistency. So the person who walks for 20 minutes every single day will in 1 year be infinitely further ahead than the person who runs for 2 hours once a month and pulls a muscle. So Suresh eventually figured this out. He started with one push up a day, one, laughably small, and then two, and now 18 months later, he doesn't talk about his metabolism anymore. Like Sanjeev ji told us, he started with one Surya Namaskar. So that baby step is so very important. So consistency is not the absence of ambition. It is ambition with the patience to let it compound. So let's do the exercise, right? As we always do, think of one dream you have been carrying. Yes, maybe for months, maybe for years. Just think about it. Take out from the dungeon. Yes. Hold it in your mind. Don't judge it. Don't shrink it. Just see it clearly. Laser focus. One dream you have been carrying for so long. And then answer just two questions. First, what is one small action I can take toward this dream? Yes, let me repeat that. What is one small action I can take toward this dream, small enough to do it today, not someday, today? the smallest action that you can take. And number two, what time today will I do it? Yes. Don't say very soon, in the morning or in the afternoon. No, exact time. 9 a.m., 5 p.m., anytime, but put it exact words. That's it. No vision board required, no new notebook, just one action, one time today. I'll say even the smallest action. So think about it and please write it, because written goals actually get converted into action. And there's a plant called the Chinese bamboo. You plant it, you water it, you fertilize it, and for 4 years, 4 entire years, nothing visible happens. Not a single shoot above the ground. A rational person would give up. A reasonable person would question the whole thing. But in the fifth year, the Chinese bamboo grows 80 feet in 6 weeks. Was it growing all along? Of course it was. It was building roots, deep, invisible, unshakable roots, so that when it finally rose, nothing could stop it. So your daily actions are your roots. The 10 minutes of study at midnight, the one phone call you made, the one recipe you tested, the one page you wrote, the one walk you took. Nobody sees those. Nobody applauds those, but they are happening. And they are building something that one day will rise so fast it will surprise even you. So don't measure your dream by how far you are from it. Measure it by how much closer you are than yesterday. So here is your call to action. Not a resolution, not a plan, just this. As I already mentioned, do the one small thing you just wrote down today, not perfectly, not completely, just begin. Because dreams don't grow in the waiting, they grow in the watering. And today, you water. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.